Hello, and thank you for joining me. This is Freewill Tarot, and my name is Harmony. Hello. And this reading is going to be for the sign of Cancer. Hello, Cancer, and thank you for joining me. I start out by giving my readings by giving you a couple of messages that Spirit really wants you to hear at this time, and then we'll go deeper into the tarot portion of your reading. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started here, Cancer. You guys start out here with the Healer of the Ages here, okay? Sorry about the lighting. There we go. I was trying to adjust. All right, so this is the Healer of the Ages. Now, usually when you pull this card, you guys are going through a particular time in your life where you are healing from maybe past traumas or wounds, or even a recent event. Maybe you've been dealing with some disagreements or arguments with some people in your life or people you care about. Or this is dealing with past hood, you know, in your past trauma maybe you dealt with from childhood. It's something that you've been carrying for a while here when the Healer of the Ages come here. And what this card is telling you that you're going through a process of healing and growth, okay? And that God, Jesus, you know, Spirit is with you at this time as you go through this process of healing and growth, okay? So you're not alone. So you got this card as clarification if you have been feeling that energy. If you've been dealing with stagnant energy, maybe you've been, you know, you get a little far and then something kind of pulls you right back, right? It's like stuck energy, stagnant energy, reoccurring energy that keeps coming back up. Well, right now, Spirit is saying they're going to help you through this, whatever it is, if it's grief, loss, disagreements, past traumas from relationships or family history, that they're in the process of helping you heal. So that's why, you know, some of you pulled this card here, okay? And as you go through this process, I found it interesting that these cards are going right with each other. You also got the compassion card here, okay? So Spirit is calling on you to have compassion for yourself and others, okay? So I'm going to read this to you, Cancer. It says, compassion. Your heart expands when you offer kindness to yourself and others. True power lies in understanding and having empathy for yourself and others. Show unconditional love today for yourself and others. Offer support or a kind word without expectation. Okay, and they also want you to talk to yourself in a positive way. They want you to allow yourself to heal. Don't be too hard on yourself if you are dealing with any kind of pain, any kind of grief or loss or sadness at this time. You're getting this because it's saying that they need you to kind of, you know, self-care at this time, Cancer. Take care of yourself. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to go through whatever it is you need to go through. They want you to open up. They want you to vent to someone that you care about and trust. And make sure that you're not being too hard on yourself. And if it's somebody in your life that is needing this kind of attention from you, they want you to open up and give that as well here, Cancer, okay? You also got the Mastery card, but this came out in reverse for you guys, okay? Again, I'm sorry about that lighting. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to read this to you as well. It says, frustration or impatience may be interfering with your process. Trust in the timing and the learning process of your life. So this is a time that, you know, maybe you are having some kind of frustration with yourself or people or life in general. Maybe things are not going the way you wanted to. Maybe, you know, you're having some kind of past trauma come back up. Maybe you're dealing with some trauma right now. Maybe you're trying to get something going and it kind of keeps spinning. Whatever it is, okay, it's going to be different for all of you. But what Spirit wants you to know is this is why you got the Healer card and the Compassion card. Lead your life with compassion, Cancer, and for yourself, right, and others. You're good. You're in a process, right? So if things are not going the way that you hoped or wanted, it's not that it's not going to. It's just that you're still in the process of, in the early stages of the process. And know that God and Spirit is with you while you go through this process. So they want you to kind of lean into having more compassion for yourself. There is no rush. We put things on a timeline, but, you know, there is no timeline. You know, you're ready when you're ready. And you have to be ready to receive what it is that you want, right? And in order to get there, you have to go through a process, okay? So with that being said, let's go deeper into your tarot portion reading. I do want to say I do believe like a number of you are dealing with some kind of disappointment or heartbreak here. I have this twice in two different decks. You know, and this also kind of goes with this heart over here, but you see this. So some of you definitely Cancers out there are dealing with some kind of setback, disappointments, some kind of either loss or grief or sadness at this time. Maybe maybe an ending of a relationship. Maybe things are just not going the way that you anticipated in life. Maybe you're having some arguments with people. It could be setbacks. It could be anything, okay? But there is new opportunities come here because the overall energy here is the Page of Pentacles. So you're at a brand new start, a new beginning, right? And this is being offered to you from God and Spirit here. This is the Page of Pentacles. So there is something of a practical new beginning or a new start that is starting for you guys, okay? So don't fret the small stuff. You have the Seven of Pentacles here in your past here. Seven of Pentacles talks about reflection here. This is where you take a step back. And again, this is in your recent past. This is where you take a step back and you look at everything that you have invested your time and money and energy into, okay? And to see if it's really giving you back anything in return. So maybe you invested a lot into a relationship. Maybe you put a lot of time, money, and energy into a project or a relationship or even a job. And this is where you stop and you do a reflection here. Like, okay, everything that I put into this, what am I seeing in return? What am I getting back for all of my effort? And some of you, because what came with that is the discard. So some of you, this is also talking about your foundation. And some of you could have been seeing the 1111 number here as well. But this is where you kind of looking at something and you're saying, hey, I'm not getting back what I'm putting into this. Because it showed up as discord, okay? And it could also be, again, in your relationships for some of you. It says tension in a relationship creates challenges, okay? Anticipate celebrations may be canceled. So you could be taking a step back from a relationship and reflecting on things. You could be taking a step back and looking at maybe a family situation, maybe even with family members here. It doesn't always have to be relationship. You could be taking a step back and looking at the trajectory of your life, you know, just how things are going and unfolding for you so you can calibrate a new direction. And again, while you go through this process, I want to remind you that you are in a process of healing, okay? So this reflection, whatever it is you're feeling, allow yourself to feel it. It is okay. You find yourself here at a crossroads here. This is what's crowning your reading here, Cancer. So some of you are at a crossroads or at two mind or a decision that you need to make here, okay? Given that something has happened. And what it was, again, you got that Three of Swords here with some kind of heartbreak. Again, this could be in your relationships. It could be family, friends, a particular relationship or even a job. But it's something that has came in that has broken your heart or had disappointed you. Or there is some kind of loss or grief you're dealing with at this time that have put you in this mood of where you feel like you need to make some firm decisions here, because this is being at a crossroads. But this is like, you know, not sure what action to take at this point, okay? So you're really trying to figure out what it is that you need to be focused on and what action you need to take to move forward here. And it says heartbreak. You're suffering emotional pain, Cancer, whether from heartbreak, betrayal, or facing a harsh truth or reality at this time. Again, this could be why you have the healer here, and this is why it's reminding you to have compassion for yourself or others at this time, okay? If you're not dealing with this, someone you know or close to could be dealing with this energy, all right? And if you're not dealing with any of this, please check your moon and sun and rising sign, okay? Things are going to start to move here with the Knight of Wands, okay? But what I want to let you know, and you do have a practical brand new beginning here from the hand of God here, okay? So there is a brand new direction that's going to happen for you. It's already in the process. This is all a process, Cancer. So if you are experiencing some kind of loss, some kind of setback, some kind of new... some kind of old energy popping back up from the past that you're kind of going back over, and you was like, I thought I was over this. I don't want you to kind of get lost in that, because what it is kind of getting out of your body, okay? It's coming back up so you can finally heal and move forward. If anybody's leaving out of your life, It is leaving out of your life to open the door for something new, okay? That's going to be more aligned with you. All right? That is why you have this Ace of Pentacles, okay? Allow yourself to heal and allow yourself to go through the process. This is not the time to try to ignore what you feel, or to act like everything's okay and bury it back down. Spirit don't want you to bury it back down. They're here for you to kind of heal and go through the process so you can finally truly heal and move forward here with the Temperance card as well. Okay, so a lot of you kind of feel alone or have felt alone here with the Five of Pentacles, or maybe some of you are dealing with some kind of financial lack, where you feel like either you don't have enough, or you're feeling like everything that you invest into something, you're not really seeing the fruit of your labor here. Or you're feeling like you're alone as you go through a certain process. If there's a common theme that Spirit really wants me to let you know about, this is compassion and this is compassion. And this is also you, Cancer. You are the Queen of Cups here, okay? So Spirit wants you to have compassion for yourself. Remember who you are as you go through any process in life, okay? And you are not alone. And then, so if you click this video and you've been thinking that you're alone as you try to figure things out, or as you go through some kind of rough energy at this time, you click this video so you can hear that they want you to continue to have compassion for yourself and others as you grow and as you heal and move through these journeys we call life, okay? You are heading into a more calmer, more peaceful direction in your life. You are in the process of healing. You got the Six of Swords here twice. And you also have the Death card. So again, something is ending out of your life and you are going through the process, maybe grieving. Maybe you've been feeling a little bit more emotional than usual, more sensitive to certain things. And that's just things trying to leave out of your system and leave out of your body once and for all. Allow this transformation to take, place with ease and compassion. Okay, allow yourself to rest, to heal, and be kind to yourself and be kind to others, because people around us are also going through their own journey, okay? You got the Six of Swords here twice. Like I said, I want you to see it. So there is a journey you're on. There is a process that you're going through. And, the showed up twice for you to know that you are healing. That's usually, for me, this is the angel in the boat steering you to more calmer, peaceful waters after you had, went through a lot of turbulent energies and a lot of challenges in your life. But now things are starting to head in a brand new direction, a better direction, a peaceful direction, but you're still in the boat, okay? You're not on the other side yet, but you're on your way. And I want to let you know that even if you don't feel like you are, I'm telling you are. And for some of you, you know this, okay? Some of you did deal with some kind of betrayal or some kind of heartache or setback, whether it was finances, whether it was a relationship, maybe it was even some old family trauma. But, Spirit is telling you that you're resilient, because you have the resilience card. So they want you to know that you're resilient and you can overcome anything. And to also know, very much importantly, that's why you got the Healer of the Ages, that God and Spirit is definitely with you at this time. And they're definitely guarding your path, okay, to getting where it is that you want to be, to somewhere more stable, peaceful. So you are coming out of this energy. This is dealing with a lot of anxiety. So some of you maybe had a lot of sleepless nights or had a lot of things on your mind and we're dealing with anxiety. But I want you to see the beauty in this. This is reversed. So it's like you're coming out of this energy, okay? And Spirit is saying that they're allowing you or going with you as you heal. The only advice they want you to know, and it's a common theme here, is for you to please have compassion for yourself as you go through this process, okay, to getting to the other side. All right, that is what I have for you, Cancer. Please know that you are well loved and looked after. You are never alone, and thank you for clicking this video. Please like, share, subscribe. That helps me out a whole lot. Hit the thumbs up. That helps me up and it helps me grow. So again, until you're by here, until you're back here, bye for now.